And welcome to Pokemon GO Podcast. Oh man, it's been another week, and you know what?
It really has been another week.
I don't care. Okay, literally. I don't care about the troubles in the world.
But
we're
you know
here
what?
to catch them all.
Not even in the presidential election can Instinct take a gym.
That was the funniest post I ever saw that got shared. It was so good. Oh, look at the map. And, Instinct hadn't taken any gems. I was like, oh my God, that was too funny. I don't know who originally shared that. Or, I'm sure somebody, has been shared. But whoever made that meme originally, you're brilliant. And you deserve all the praise and the credit or whatever you can get for that. I'm Charles. That is Joe. Joe, man, what do you got going on this week in the game?
So it's been an interesting week, to say the least. But did get a couple of Darkrai, got a couple more costumed Pokemon. The Sableye with the Litwick hat, another Gengar. Got a couple of Darkrai's and a shiny Alolan Grimer.
Nice.
So that's nice. I was hoping to get a shiny Spiritomb, but I just got a regular one. My boys love pulling him up on my phone and just clicking on him.
Yeah, I did not get a shiny, but I did get a Spiritomb. I think I still have some more stuff to do in that. I've been busy. There's some life changes going on. I don't mean even politics. I mean literal life changes going on in my life. So I've been really busy here this past week or so. But I did get part of that done. I got the Spiritomb. I think, didn't I raid with you to get the Darkrai? No, yeah, that's Thursday night. We did the Darkrai. And I think I've done one other. Oh, hey, thanks for rubbing it in. I still have 0 red eggs. So yippee-ki-yay.
Did you see my red egg that was?
I did. Yeah, I did. I am going to see if anything major happened. Nothing that I took screenshots of this week. Not combat power. Recent. Let's do recent. Yeah, Spiritomb. Yeah, Yamask, but not the good one.
Not the one.
Not the tablet one. But still, Yamask is still cool. Don't get me wrong. I mean, that one, I like that. I always say Yon Mask. I don't know why. There's no N in there. But yeah, I've had that one Darkrai, and we're good. Then that was at the end of the show last week. Because I let my gotcha die again. I gotta charge it.
How dare you?
So, but that has been it. It's very, I think everybody got busy because I got very few texts in our group about, hey, we got this raid coming up. Barry hit me up. Oh man, it was like yesterday morning or something. He's like, hey, do you still want some Darkrai? I'm like, yeah, man, I do. And then I'm sure he got busy. I know Barry, so I'm sure he got busy. So by the time he got free, actually, Ibit was putting down. I was like, hey, I got a Darkrai, and I just started orientation at the school. So I was like, nope, I'm out. Sorry. Wish I could play. But even those guys, I think everybody's gotten busy this week doing stuff. So, but it's I see you peeking at the red egg. I see you peeking at the red egg, Joe. I can see your screen, man. Come on.
This red egg. Like it matters. It's just going to be trubbish.
Maybe. We'll see.
See, if I keep saying that, I won't be nearly as disappointed when it's true.
Yes, you will.
All right. Yes, I will.
Yeah. I mean, you can only say it so much, but it's still true. All right. So we're going to jump into the experiences of the week on Discord. And we did have somebody hit us up on on Twitter rather. And here's the thing. And this is, I think everybody understands this, but I like to address it as you pull up the Discord. Is you ask a question, well, your name on Twitter might be 100% different than your name in Discord. And even then, I don't memorize all the people in Discord, right? So I'm not, we have some that as finances allow, they come in and out of Patreon, and it's all cool. It's all good. Either way. So if you are already in our Discord, I do apologize for going, no, you got to go to Patreon, but that's how you do it. So it's patreon.com/Pokemon GO Podcast. You pledge either at the filthy casual level because you're like me, or you pledge at the embrace the underscore level because you're a real gamer like Joe and you got to catch them all. And either way you get in, just tie your Discord to Patreon. There's a few simple steps to do. It'll walk you, Patreon will walk you right through it, and then boom, you're automatically in once you support the show. So that's how you do that. And Joe, hit us with the rundown of the week.
All right, so Popeye is starting off this week with a shiny Darkrai, and Berry Folk showing off a shiny Kothagregis, which is pretty awesome. Nolte,
that is really cool,
with his million shinies, ended up with, let's see, that's 13 shinies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them are Marowak. 3 are Squirtle with the top hat. Then there's a Growlithe, Horsey, Mischievous, and an Absol, which is pretty awesome. And 3 new 100%s coming out of Nolte. A Psyduck, a Poliwag, and a Magikarp. Yeah. And Popeye showing off a Lugia that is, looks like it's 14, 15, 15. So pretty awesome there. And where is, I know I saw, maybe it was on a different Discord, but I thought I saw something from somebody saying that it was their first shiny 100%, their first Shundo.
Nice.
But I must be wrong. Now I'm backtracking to the post that I put in there and asked you if Georgia would have the same starters as Tennessee. the raccoon, the possum, and the skunk.
Yeah. Which we're close enough that the answer is absolutely yes. Yes, we'd have the same starters.
But, yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, so that has been the experiences of the week.
So, yeah. Again, that's a short run, man. It's been a weird week for everybody across the world. Although I did hear an interesting thing, so I want to throw this out to Nolte. Is Australia the Alabama of Europe? You know, that didn't even make sense, but I heard it and it made me laugh. And so I just wanted to throw it to our Australian friends. What do you think? Are you the Alabama of Europe?
Wouldn't it be the Georgia of Europe? Because wasn't Georgia a penal state for a while?
I think the joke is different. I think it's supposed to be about like education and smarts, and Georgia actually outranks Alabama and all that. Thank you, but yes, we are the. That's why I always get along with my Alabama, my Australian brethren. Man, it's like we're all criminals deep down inside. We're all
deep down. We're all criminals.
Yeah. So before we get into our discussion, and I did check our Facebook. I didn't post it last week, but I want to remind everybody Thanksgiving is coming. And we're already in November. This is the first recording of November for this show. And that means we only got a couple weeks to get it in. So get it in, right? Pokemon GO Podcast.com is right there. I did look to see if I could get a link. And it's a tab. So it doesn't really link to a page. Yeah, Joe.
And I bet there's a bunch of people saying, hey, I should do that. Yeah. Go ahead and pause it. Go to it. And do it right now before you forget.
Well, and if you're using the Anchor app to listen to this show, I think because I haven't personally tested it, somebody else tested it and told me about it, but I think you have to use the actual Anchor app to listen to this show to use the feature that lets you do a voicemail right there. Like you can pause the show right now if you're on the Anchor app, hit send voicemail, and boom, do it through Anchor, and that would be cool. But yeah, go right now. PokemonGoPodcast.com is mobile friendly. There's a tab that says leave a voicemail, and you do that. You got up to 90 seconds. So you can get a lot of information in and do it. And right now we got a whole lot of awesome stuff from Jacket K, and that's it. So it's going to be the Jacket K show on Thanksgiving. If you guys, ladies and gentlemen, don't tuck on. Kit Kat can come and lurk on. That'd be funny. Kit Kat calls in a voicemail where she's just lurking. You just hear stuff going on in the background, like her typing and things because she's actually doing other stuff. That would actually crack me up. I would put that on in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
but
Joe, if you want to watch the Jacket K show, you can also view his stream. He streams on Twitch. So, and I believe it's twitch.com or sorry, twitch.tv/JacketK. So.
That sounds right. That does sound right. So we talked about Thanksgiving. Okay. We have a discussion. And what was the discussion this week?
All right. So the discussion this week, it's what's your opinion on how Niantic is handling the pandemic with recent announcements/events? Because we talked about that a fair bit this last week, and we wanted to get other people's statements on this. So the only person that supplied us with the discussion point was El Gringo Suave coming in, and he actually put several posts there on the Reddit. That's reddit.com/r/Pokemon GO Podcast. And so he put a couple of sources, and we'll cover that in just a little bit. But it's his opinion that Niantic has not handled it very well. He said that they could be so much more generous, especially with the announcement that was just released. And he sends a link, which we have in our show notes as well. But basically, in 2020, Niantic has made $1 billion for Pokemon Go.
Like, is that not an exaggeration? That's a literal billion with a B?
Yes. Their revenue this year has been $1 billion.
Now that's revenue, not profit, but still, that's a lot of money.
Yeah,
man.
I mean, they're going full Dr. Evil here. But then El Gringo Suave continues, but more so than being generous, they could be more wise about things. And specifically mentions these limited audience events, the lack of daily remote raid passes, the regular distance on egg hatching. So that was a recent reversion there.
Yeah.
And then he says, especially as COVID cases are starting to jump back up again. And so, yeah, in general, he agrees very much with us that they're jumping the gun with reverting a lot of these changes and that they could have done more. That changing the daily raid pass to a daily remote raid pass would have been impeccable. And they now give us the weekly one, but still. And, I mean, the occasional bundles help as well, like the one that I still need to collect right now. There's the 3 remote raid pass bundle, but yeah. I mean, we talked about it quite a bit last week, so who knows? Now we're trying to do these discussion topics each week. I'm trying to get better about putting them out on social media. So if you hear this show, because we know there's a bunch of you who do, and you hear the topic at the end, feel free to go ahead and email us, show@PokemonGoPodcast.com, or go ahead and hit Twitter's at Pokemon Go Podcast, or Twitter's at Pokemon Go Pod, and Facebook is Pokemon Go Podcast. So even if I don't get it put out as a question, if you want to have your 2 cents, do it now, and we'll get you taken care of. So with that being said, unless there's something I'm missing, Joe, we'll hit the break and we'll get into the headlines. All righty.
All right, there's that. You got the commercial?
Oh, the commercial has been initiated.
All right.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right, let that roll. I got an Xbox commercial.
Did the new Xbox come out yet, or is it
the 10th? It comes out the 10th.
So next week.
Yeah, and I did not pre-order one because but hopefully
I don't have
come
time
out before Christmas.
I don't have time to play the Switch games I've got. I'm not buying a $500 PlayStation.
All right, here comes this button. Let me turn that up and coming right back in. Oh, we're back. We went to Viridian City for just a minute, but we're back. We got all of our EVs combed. They're no longer hippie EVs. They're respectable EVs now. So we're all good there. All right, let's see. We've got some headlines to jump into. Well, you already teased that first headline out with one of the responses there. Pokemon Go hits $1 billion in 2020, surpassing a $4 billion. That's with a B, people. Billion in lifetime revenue, which kudos to them. Yeah, I'd love to have an idea that took off to the point that I can make this much money in, what has it been, almost about 4.5 years ish?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Just about 4.5 years. Yeah, you scroll down a little bit, you can see the little chart they've got there.
Yeah.
But I mean, 2017 was a bit of a rough year for them, I guess.
A lot of people fell off. So, remember, 2016 was only 6 months for them. They made $832 million in 6 months.
Yeah, and so time to revenue ratio, they have not surpassed year one ever. Now, but they since the drop off, they have steadily climbed back up, and so yeah, they are making bank, and I agree with El Gringo Suave. They could be more generous in game with us with some of the free stuff that they give us.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, why so stingy with the fruit?
I think it's time to roll out that second infinite incubator. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I mean, it's you're obviously not hurting. This is from Sensor Tower that gave us, well, and inside the article is from PokemonGoHub.net, but inside the article is a Sensor Tower data, and that's what we're quoting here. I mean, so the first year was the marker, right? 132 million. Then they dropped about 32%, which is significant statistically, but it still was 600 million roughly that they made. Now, granted, these are not profits. This is just revenue. We don't know what their operating budget is, but I don't think a yearly budget for them is 600 million. It's probably a lot less than that. Then 2018, they grew by almost 50%, or I guess I should say just over 40%, which is really significant. So not only overcoming their losses, but then adding growth. And then 2019, they grew by 9%, so up to 902 million. And then 2020, 11%. And so it's been growing. I was talking to my dad today, and he's like, "How are your shows going?" I'm like, "Yeah, no, Pokemon Go is still really doing well for me." And people are still playing it now. Granted, he's older than dirt, and that's fine. But they still play. Like, yeah, man. I told them kind of what our downloads were and our community and this and that. It's like, it's kicking along. It's been, even with COVID, it's been just fine. People are playing it. So I love this bolded line. It's evidence that the lockdowns have not been a barrier to Pokemon Go. But Niantic does not believe that line, do they, Joe? We gave you a bunch of free stuff and said you didn't have to walk and do stuff, and we increased our revenue to break records. But we're going to take it all back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, Niantic.
You're so sad, Joe.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. And some of the stuff they've even teased that they're going to remove that they'd once said was permanent. Like a couple weeks ago, they said that so a while back, they said that the increased distance, the radius on Pokestops and gyms was going to be a permanent thing. Well, within the past couple of weeks, they've backpedaled on that and said, no, it's going to get reverted back to how it was. Like small stuff like that, I don't understand.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'd like some more transparency of just a why. Why are you doing it that way? And the negative answer would be because we're not making enough money. We need to make more money. But that's obviously not the case. They're by any measurement you have, they're making enough money. Right now, it's a capitalist America. I get you. I'm not capping what you can make. Get rich or die trying, man. It's all good by me. But what I'm saying is, you obviously make enough money, so that's not the negative reason of, we're not making enough money. We got to do something to bring people in to do more money. So then why? Why would you shrink that down? I mean, what is the actual? And we will never know.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
until we get a tell-all one day by somebody who leaves the company.
They are the third highest grossing mobile game for 2020. So
and Niantic itself has got to have a lot of money because they also hold the property for Harry Potter. And what was the new one that came out? Because it's Pokemon. Oh, no. Harry Potter was the new one. It was
Ingress. And then Catan World.
Yes, right.
I don't know if that's... I haven't been keeping track to see if Catan World released. I assumed it has. Now I'm curious. I'm going to have to Google now.
While
Catan
you
World
do
Explorer.
that, I'm going to go ahead and set up the next topic and we'll just interrupt it. Go Battle League Season 5 begins Monday, November 9th at 1 p.m. Pacific. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So Catan World Explorers apparently is out, but
Okay.
that shows how impactful it was. When I did the Google search, it says on Google Play it's got a 2.6 out of 5 rating.
Oof.
Yeah, oof indeed.
Well, I mean, I know Catan is big in the board game world. I've never played it, but you go to somewhere like Dragon Con.
I really like Catan.
Most people seem to, right? And you go to somewhere like Dragon Con where they have the board game room. It's a big deal, and people love it. You get into any board game communities, it's a big deal. But how much overlap do we have from board game communities and mobile devices? Unless, because it's named Catan World, so I imagine it's Pokemon Catan, right? You have to go out and do stuff.
Yeah.
This is literally not the environment to launch a go out and do stuff game. On top of that, on a board game property. I'm a huge Monopoly fan. I'm a Monopoly fiend, man. If Phil and I ever get married, I found our greatest wedding present as Mario Monopoly, because he loves Mario and I love Monopoly. You know what I'm saying? I love Monopoly. But if you said
Monopoly behind me right over there,
yeah, man. I still want to get the Supernatural Monopoly, the TV show Supernatural. I still want that one. But so I love Monopoly, and I've played a lot of versions of it. But you do Monopoly Go, like, I'm good. I'll play it. I'll play it for a day or two because I'm a huge Monopoly fan.
Someone
there's no way I'm going to worry about it.
Someone already plays that game, or at least they used to.
If you say Donald Trump, I'm ending the show right now.
I was going to say McDonald's.
Oh, okay. Dude, no, that is a good documentary. The McDonald's scandal, the Monopoly McDonald's, a scandal documentary.
Heard that. Well,
dude, you need to. Oh, you would. I love documentaries.
Basically, they never pay out.
No. It actually wasn't McDonald's. They did everything right.
Oh,
it was. Oh, no, you just got to go watch it. Just
all right.
Yeah. So all right. The Little Cup. Back to the season. Here we go. Little Cup will run from Monday, November 9th to Monday, November 16th. Kanto will run from Monday the 16th to Monday 23rd. And the Catch Cup will run from the 23rd to the 30th. And so basically the Catch Cup, this is an interesting twist. Let me go back to the Little Cup. Only Pokemon that are able to evolve and have not evolved even once are eligible. That's interesting. CP limit's 500. I'm not a huge, neither one of us are big PvP players, but I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. That's just a different twist. Because it keeps it from being, the hardcore PvPers I can catch this one. He's great. No, it's a 500 CP limit and you can't have evolved them. It's a whole bunch of Weedles going at it, man. It's going to be interesting.
That one is popular. I mean, it's not exactly the same, obviously, but the Little Cup is a popular game format for the main series games as well, the Game Boy games.
I get it. It's easy access. It's easy to understand. And it really puts super strong bad dudes against weaklings, and it levels that field really, really easily. Kanto Cup is only Pokemon with a Pokédex number between 1 and 151 are eligible, and the cap is 1,500. And the Catch Cup is only Pokemon that have been caught since the beginning of Season 5 are eligible. The CP limit is 1,500. Mythical Pokemon are not eligible for the Catch Cup. That's it. So basically, after Monday the 9th, you can do the Catch Cup. Like what you've caught after Monday the 9th is the only thing that's eligible. That's also an interesting twist.
Yeah, so nothing you currently have is eligible for the Catch Cup.
Correct. It's not enough for me to go, I want a PvP, because let's be real, I just don't play this game a whole lot because I have the filthy casual.
Now,
but
I can only imagine there's going to be an issue with this.
What issue do you think there'll be?
Now, I could be wrong. Maybe they foresaw it, but I could imagine that I have to look at the verbiage on traded Pokemon to see if they retain their catch date,
or if the trade.
So they do retain their catch date. Okay, so that probably won't be an issue. I scrolled down to one that I traded for this last
Okay.
week. But yeah, so it retains its catch date, so it probably won't be an issue. But yeah.
Now this is interesting too. Rank progression during this season will be based on effort rather than ratings. To reach rank 2, you must complete a certain number of battles. Then to reach rank 3 through 10, you must win a certain number of battles. So if you the way typical ranking systems work is you win, you move up the ranks, you lose, you move down the ranks, and that's what decides. But this way is you just finish the battles to get to rank 2. Then after that, the losses don't seem to count against you. You just have to win a certain number of battles to then go to rank 3 and rank 4 and so on. So I prefer battles like that where losses don't count against you, because in a game like this, it's I could listen to an argument all day long, but in a game like this, it's very difficult to get a wide interest in something as narrow as PvP. Like you and I, Joe, we do not PvP really. And we definitely don't do the tournaments. We keep forgetting. I mean, I know I have a half-fought battle in a tournament somewhere, that always have a half-fought battle that needs to be finished in there. And
the rewards just aren't. It's like, okay, that's a ton of effort for not a whole lot. Maybe if the rewards were better.
Let's see. I thought I saw a little bit of rewards here. Let's see. The avatar items inspired by a Pikachu Libre will continue to be rank 7 rewards.
Yeah.
You can still encounter Pikachu Libre once you've reached rank 10. Then the season rewards will be similar to those in 4, which I don't know what those were. And Stardust TMs and premium battle passes from rank 4 to rank 10. It started, yeah. I mean, none of that. I mean, sure. Well, I like to have a Pikachu Libre. Okay, no. I was going to say yes because it's new and different, but honestly, I don't care. I don't care. Otherwise, I would get in here and fight for it.
You would just name him Nacho.
Yeah, yes, I would. Nacho Libre. But so yes, it'd be interesting, but no, obviously I don't care because I'm not even going to bother. It's not because I don't. Oh, it's so blah blah blah. I just don't have time, and there's not enough here to me to go. All right, I'm gonna cut out some time for this, which is basically what you were saying too, Joe. Sounded like.
Yeah. The rewards just don't feel like it's worth the effort. So.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I dig what they're doing with the cups. I really do.
Give me that second infinite incubator for getting to rank 10. You'd see me doing a lot more PvP.
Yep. Yeah. Let me have a chance encounter with a guaranteed shiny. And, you might roll the dice on it. It might be a pool of shinies you can get. But at rank 9, because I know 10 is Nacho Libre up there. But so rank 9, a guaranteed encounter with a shiny. Now, it might be a shiny Weedle, or God forbid, it might be a shiny Hippie Eevee, which I freaking know. But it's a guaranteed shot at the shiny. That I'm like, I like shinies. Let me go see if I can get some more shinies. Who knows? But what I do know is El Gringo Suave has always got her back. And because our boy is back. And we got the Flying Cup. Speaking of cups, we got the Flying Cup. And it's a Flork of Cows piece of artwork. Although I noticed that the signature is not here on the paper. Interestingly enough. So in the Flying Cup, you've got Aerodactyl is the king. All right, that's Aerodactyl. Zapdos is over here, but who's that flying squirrel looking dude?
If I'm not mistaken, that's Emolga. It is Emolga. Yep.
Oh yeah, I don't know what Emolga is. You got Barbara Manatee in the middle as a neutral, and Skarmory. That's Skarmory, right? See, I get Florka Cows, man. I totally get Florka Cows. Articuno's over on the blue side. You've got Togekiss.
Yes.
Yeah, Togekiss is the big one. Like the winged one. Okay. Because I know there's Togepi and Togetic, but Togekiss is the bigger one. Yeah, I got one of those. I know that one. I saw it's the evolution of
it's Altaria.
Yeah, thank you. Then at the bottom, they beat Skarmory and Arrow, and it is Gyarados. And then the other one beats Emolga and Arrow, and it is Oh, I like this one too because it's like a bat with claws. I can't remember the name of it.
Gligar.
Gligar, yes. Because I always want to say Gilgar and I say it wrong. Go figure. That never happens, right? And they're like, Pidgeotto, evolve me, and you get Gust. Such a fun one. And then I almost left that's not Duo because that's one head. What's the name of the one that's not Duo?
That's Fearow.
Oh, nothing to do with Duo. Okay.
Yep, nothing to do with Duo.
God, that looks like such a sad chicken. Such a sad chicken there.
Such a sad chicken.
But there you go. If you want a breakdown of the Flying Cup and what you can use to win the Flying Cup, we have that linked in our show notes. And then this one also is from El Gringo Suave. Not Flork of Cows, but it'll do. Yeah, no, it is nice. It is pretty. What do we got here, Joe?
All right, so this is a simple raid guide for Lugia. It says simple, but it's a pretty big raid guide.
Yeah, it is a pretty big breakdown.
So this actually happened or started today. Lugia became back available, so you can get your shiny Lugia. I really hope you get one, and then you can tell a certain someone that you have your shiny Lugia.
Who would I tell? I don't know anybody who cares that much about it.
I
knew somebody a while back, but they died.
The top counters against Lugia are all legendaries. So we've got Zekrom, Darkrai, and Giratina Origin Form. And then past that,
I don't have a Zekrom. I need Zekrom to come back so I can get one.
Yeah, so Zekrom was before remote raids, towards the beginning of COVID, like only a month or two in, if I remember correctly. But then after Giratina, it's Magnezone and Raikou, and then Weavile. And the quote-unquote budget counters are Tyranitar, Electivire, not to be confused with Electivire,
That's no confusion. It's Electivire.
Chandelure, Mamoswine, Luxray, Glaceon, Alolan form Golem.
I don't think I have that one.
Honchkrow, Jolteon. I know you got Jolteon. You love your Jolteon.
Yeah, I did. I haven't used them in a while, but I have a couple of them.
And Gigalith.
I don't have a Gigalith. He looks so cool.
So Lugia is flying psychic type. So its weaknesses are electric, dark, ghost, ice, and rock.
Doesn't he have some stab with psychic?
Yeah, because he's psychic flying, so he has stab with psychic. Now, Lugia is pretty tanky, so you're going to want a actually pretty large party. It even specifically says if there are fewer than 7 trainers in your party, just plan to exit out.
Wow, that's tough, man.
Yeah. So up until 7, it's questionable whether you'll win. 7, you should be able to win, assuming everyone isn't like level 5.
Now here's something interesting. Explain to me. I'm at the top of the thing. It says level 30. No friendship, no weather, no dodging, no megas, no shadows. I mean, there's no boosts on this.
So that is when they give how many people to take, that's what they're assuming.
Okay. So if you have friendship and weather boosting and megas or shadow, you might all right. And you're higher than level 30.
Yeah, all of that is stuff that adds to your damage.
Gotcha. And there's no way to figure that out individually. Gotcha.
Yeah. So you might be able to get away with more, but at the same time, you might need more if Lugia is boosted.
Yes.
So if the little kite is in the sky, if it's showing for windy weather, you may want to take a bit more than the 7. But yeah. Good stuff. And then below that, it has top counters by weather based on that and stuff like that. But yeah, if you want to see it, we do have it linked on our Reddit page. Again, that's reddit.com/r/Pokemon GO Podcast.
And here's what's good about it, about the way they formatted it, is it's in a up and down shape that would fit your phone. And so either if you find it and do screenshots, it's easy to cut it in half and have different pictures to flip through easily. Or perhaps, I'm not sure how the PNG will translate on your phone, but if it translates correctly, it'll actually fill your phone and you can just slide up and down on it and read it easily. That would be cool. So whoever made that actually did a really good job on trying to make it, in my opinion, trying to make it portable so that you could easily reference, oh crap, I'm in, it's this Lugia with this boost, but this, who do I take in? So yeah. Now this is a quality of life improvement, but there's a new search term for raid in the game. I can't help it. I gotta do it, man. I gotta do it. Raid. So anyway,
I don't get it.
Google raid, RAID. Google raid commercials. Come on, grow up in the 80s.
Oh, okay.
Y'all the roaches. Raid. Anyway,
although it doesn't look like it triggers retroactively, because when I do raid, it only pulls up 9 Pokemon.
I see that, and it's all the stuff you've caught recently.
Yeah. So the earliest one here looks like it's caught in Arvada. Oh, remote raid. I'm like, I have not been to Arvada, but no, that would have been one.
That's where Ibit lives.
Yeah. But yeah, so the earliest one I have here is from October 10th. So it looks like they started tracking it early October for being able to identify which Pokemon come from raids. So. Yeah.
And that's going forward.
Apparently there's some other ones too. So research, so you can see stuff that you got from research.
All right.
GBL, which I don't. Yeah, I was gonna say I probably don't have.
Great Battle League.
Great Battle League.
Go Battle League. Go Battle League. Sorry.
Go Battle League. Guess you're right. And then
what about Hatch? Try Hatch.
Rocket. Well, Hatched has been there for a while.
Okay.
But Rocket. All right. I mean, you could always just do Shadow or Purified to find which ones you got from. Oh, unless it's also they generalized it to Rocket because to include the eggs. But yeah, Hatch.
So once you get your Trubbish, you're gonna have to type Rocket in and see.
Yeah, although I don't think it pulled up the other Trubbish that I got from Team Rocket. No, it. Yeah, so it's nice to have new terms. I do wish it was retroactive, but it is what it is. It is what it is.
And in the actual rundown on Reddit, they're talking about the Rocket one, and it seems like Rocket is only finding the ones I did from Rocket Grunt Leader today. And somebody else said, yes, I'm here along with research. Nothing shows up. And Great Battle League or Go Battle League. I keep saying great, but it's Go Battle League, which shows me one Mon. Raid at least seems to be a little better, though it currently only goes as far back as Giratina. So everybody's finding what you're finding, Joe. Is that it is kind of limited. So maybe it's a going forward kind of tag and not retroactive there. But there was a poll done on the Silph Road by Carl LYQ, the user Carl LYQ. After 8 megas were introduced in the past 2 months, only 20.6 people have mega evolved more than twice.
20.6%.
Yeah, no, right, because you can't have 20.6 people. My bad.
I'm sorry you lost your limbs, but
yeah. Maybe that's why they didn't mega evolve. They couldn't quite hit the.
All right, we gotta get off this train.
I was leaving. Yeah, we're gonna scatter stream.
We gotta just derail it right now.
So 20.6% of people have mega evolved. Have you mega evolved even one time?
Yes,
I have not.
I mega evolved Beedrill for one of the events. One of the requests was to mega evolve the Pokemon. So I mega evolved one of my Beedrills. Yep,
I didn't get to that part of the quest. I got busy, and yeah, I haven't mega'd anything. And I am in the category of 22.4% of people who have never mega evolved. Now this is out of roughly about 3,000. No, that's 3 by itself. So about 5,000 people.
49. Yeah, I've responded.
Oh, hey, there's the actual number. I was actually doing the rough math. Okay, cool. So yeah, so it's a small percentage, but you can extrapolate from it. you're in the group of people. 57% have mega evolved once or twice, and then it really tanks on the percentage after that. 45 people responded did mega evolve 21 to 50 times, but that was less than 1%, and just over 1% have evolved more than 50. I just be honest with you, man. I just don't get it. I don't get mega evolutions. I don't understand when I should do it or why I should do it. And I play so on the quick, like pop it up in my car, gotcha's playing, right? Done. I'm not on it.
Get a text
Barry,
from Barry
yeah.
Ribbit.
And you guys like, hey, we're about to launch. Okay, cool. And I'm thinking about how do I manage my launch time with whatever's going on in real life in this moment. Because I could easily mega there, but until they launch it, I don't even know who are fighting half the time. Right? They just say, hey, do anybody want to do a raid?
Yep.
I don't know, man. I really wish somebody a Florka Cows, man. I need Florka Cows to draw me a picture of when and how I should mega evolve and why I should care. But what about you? That's me, Joe. What about you? Why? I mean, obviously you've done it once or twice, but why do you or don't you mega evolve?
I only mega evolved once, and it was just because the game said I needed to progress in the event.
Yeah. I mean, what are you gonna do? And I would love to know why somebody's done it 50 plus times. Like, talk to me. Yeah, educate me. What did it for you? And I imagine those who are mega evolving more are the ones who are like Terry Wolf or Rock Eddie or Nolte or fill in the blank here. Those Pridget. Pridget goes out with his kid and goes out and does battle. Those who are going out more and grinding more, you're more active in the game. I could see you doing it more. If I did a community day, not a community day, because everybody, you don't go raid on community day, but a raid day where you're supposed to be hitting a bunch of raids, right? And not remote raids, but hey, I'm going to get out in my car and go meet up and do these raids, right? I can see possibly doing it more because you have more time to think about it. You already know you're hunting Darkrai, right? That'd be the one I'm hunting right now. Not Darkrai. Darkrai's out. What was the other one? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Darkrai. I know I'm hunting Darkrai. I know this is what I'm going to take in against Darkrai, so let me see if I can make it evolve one of them, right? Because I'm going to do 2 or 3 of those. But with the remote raid pass, being at home, not having a lot of time to analyze it, I just don't.
And the shiny rates on these legendaries, like people are, oh, I did 30, I did 40, and I got 1. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to do 30 or 40, period, but if I can't get it after shiny after about a dozen, I'm like, okay, well then I'll just get a handful and that's fine. Like I'm disincentivized from actually trying to get the shinies from these raids.
Oh yeah, with that kind of return rate. I don't know why I went all Kool-Aid Man on you. Oh yeah, that kind of return rate. Well, Kool-Aid Man was Valor, so he was awesome. Anyway,
and did you see the top comment on this about Mega Pokemon? From great name.
That was actually that's.
They say I play to collect Pokemon, not rent them.
Yeah, I love. Okay,
you love it. He's got a great name.
He's got a great name. He does. That's up there with some others like Sean Weiland. His Twitter is at NPC or male NPC, which is a non-playable character. I like that. Is a great name for somebody who's into games. Is at male NPC, or underscore or whatever. Go look him up. He's a cool dude. Well, Joe, we kind of burned through stuff here, but it gives us some time to go into this teardown, which is all good. Hello, everyone. So I'm gonna let you break down the teardown. We'll read the lead up. Hello, everyone. Christmas came early for us. We want to say a big thank you to folks over at Niantic for the update. This is APK of Point. How are we still not in the ones? 4 years in, how are we not in the ones? 0.191.1. It's just so random. I hate how people code things. Anyway, so what are we looking at with the highlights on this breakdown?
A lot of it's just quality of life stuff. So they've got a fix for Android 11 Snapshot. Apparently there were some issues there. let's see, locking temp evolutions and permanent evolutions, just all kinds of, a lot of, like I said, a lot of it's quality of life. But let's get into some of the more specifics here. So, some of the, whenever it comes to teardowns, a lot of it's up to interpretation, and it's not actually what is gonna get into the game, because all we see is kind of some of the stub code.
Yeah.
And so it's unclear exactly what the evolution locking refers to. But it is mentioned in the code that there will be some kind of evolution lock. So temp evolution lock. So temporarily they're going to lock evolutions. It could be part of an event, but that seems weird unless it's referring to locking mega evolutions. That could be. Anyway, so that's there. Megas being allowed in. So it looks like temporary evolutions is a reference to megas based on some of the further down stuff.
Sure.
Because they talk about allowing temporary evolutions in PvP. So allowing megas in PvP. XL candy. So we don't fully know what XL candy is, but it appears that it'll be rewarded by feeding Pokemon in gyms, and you can get it by transferring Pokemon to Pokemon Home. So I wonder if that's going to be like an upgraded form of rare candy. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. That's something new that's going to be called XL candy. Extra large candy.
That's exactly what I thought of. It's extra large, yeah.
So there's several references to Pokemon Home, because Pokemon Home is ramping up. We're going to be getting it. I don't even know what the timeline is for Pokemon Home, to be honest. But yeah, we should be getting some connectivity at some point between us and Pokemon Home. Pokemon Home in and of itself is available. Just not the connectivity between Pokemon Go and Pokemon Home just yet. Yeah, more stuff about Pokemon Go, Pokemon Home, doing some Pokemon Home settings. Looks like there's going to be some optional versus mandatory quests in the future. I assume that's going to be part of an event. Perhaps the special research is going to have some more dynamic things. So there's going to be some quests that, yes, you have to do this one, versus, hey, you can choose to do one of these ones, maybe. We'll have to wait and see what that ends up like in game.
Sure, yeah.
Some back-end stuff that looks like it has to do with gifts, unopened / unsent gifts. So hopefully they're tweaking that to make the gift sending a little bit better or easier. I did notice, though, since we're talking about gift sending real quick, that people who have gifts, even if I haven't sent them a gift today, it shows the arrow now if they have a gift. So I don't have to check to say, hey, can I send this guy a gift? No, because it's already there. And then it looks like rocket balloons track exactly how many we've done. So perhaps we're going to be getting another badge to do with specifically how many rocket balloons we take down. But yeah, in general, it's a lot of it's quality of life stuff or upcoming stuff that we have no idea. Well, we have very little idea of what it'll actually amount to once the game comes in.
Yeah, it's a lot to track, and these breakdowns always kind of throw my brain off a little bit. Okay, I got to see it. I don't want to see it in the game. I want to see how it works. So that's why we have you, the coder, to kind of help explain some of this. So I'm still ready for Pokemon sleep. Oh man. Okay. So we were in Target the other night in the toy section, and I saw a Snorlax sitting there, and I laughed because it said with sleeping action on it is what it says. Like, wait, how's sleeping in action? How's sleeping in action? Uh, it tickled me. Hey, go check out patreon.com/Pokemon Go Podcast if you want to get your experiences of the weekend, get into our Discord, be part of our community, and possibly get something like the Squirrel Squad. I finally got the yellows printed, man. We've got one specifically, and I'm mixing up all my names right now, but there was somebody also got her email. There's somebody who threw out some subs for everybody a couple weeks ago.
Oh,
and then one's going to be a shiny. Lady Jasmine, yeah. And one's going to be a shiny, basically. So it's going to be mixed up. I'm going to randomly put it in a bag and not know which one I'm sending out to where. So you might just get the shiny Squirtle Squad if you're part of our Patreon at the __ level. But they are printed. I just got to get the bags and get stuff going.
But have you printed any of the glow-in-the-dark ones?
Joe, that was a secret.
Oh,
and no, I haven't. It's still sealed in the box. The glow in the dark is still sealed in the box down here because
I didn't realize that was a secret. My bad.
No, it's not really. Joe and I actually did some shopping, and we got some new filament, and we have glow in the dark filament. So the next batch, the Quody Finger shiny, will be a glow in the dark version of whatever we end up printing. So there is that. Oh man, it is really about that time, Joe. You know. Nope, not that time at all. That was the wrong button. You know what? I'm tired tonight. Hey, Joe, what time is it?
It is time for random trivia. And this week I wanted to talk about Lugia, since Lugia has come back to raids. Lugia is the diving Pokemon. First appeared in Pokemon Gold and Silver. That's Generation 2. Like I said when we were looking at the Flork of Cows stuff, it is a psychic flying type. It is the opposite of Ho-Oh. So Ho-Oh was the Pokemon featured on Pokemon Gold, and Lugia was the Pokemon featured on Pokemon Silver. The game mascot, if you will. The Pokedex entry for Lugia says that it is said that it quietly spends its time deep at the bottom of the sea because its powers are too strong. So it's the guardian of the sea, way too strong. Just it tries to keep the peace and stays down yonder. So Lugia is normally a white and blue Pokemon. Its shiny is kind of an off-white and pink. So, and its shiny is available, so if you're lucky enough to grab it, you can. Apparently, Lugia was specifically made for the second movie. So that's interesting. They made it specifically for a movie rather than... which seems weird. So, because most of Generation 2 was actually made at the same time as Generation 1, they just split it up into the multiple games. So they were all part of the same creation cycle for the most part. Lugia, with its aquatic tendencies, looks like it could be a Plesiosaurus, or Plesiosaurs, which, makes a lot of sense. Looks a bit like a Loch Ness monster, except, Lugia can fly. So there's that. And then, so between the Plesiosaur inspiration, it also looks a bit like a Ryujin, which is a dragon that lives at the bottom of the ocean. So, kind of a combination there.
Nice.
Lugia, the name, is derived from apparently Lutium. Okay. Which in turn is named after Latium, Tutia, the Roman name for Paris or the City of Light.
Okay.
So, interesting. That's one possibility. I don't think that's it. It could be. It could be. I agree more with this next theory because a lot of these, the name origins are theories. Some of them it's like, well, duh, that's definitely it. But Lugio is apparently Latin for to lie dormant, which alludes to its lore with Lugia lying dormant at the bottom of the sea. So
under the sea.
Under the sea.
That'd be a nice crossover. I would catch a Sebastian all day long. I don't mean Krabby. I actually mean Sebastian.
That's right. If you don't have a Jamaican accent, you better get out of here.
Get out of here. All right. You know what? You want to be a part of the show? We'd love to have you. Show at PokemonGoPodcast.com. And remember, Thanksgiving's coming up. Just take a minute out of your day. 2 minutes most, right? On your phone, you can go to PokemonGoPodcast.com, hit that little tab for SpeakPipe, and leave a voicemail for Thanksgiving. We got the Thanksgiving week coming up. It's going to be, Joe might record something. We haven't talked about it. I hadn't really planned on it. But, I'll probably do a little intro, outro, like, hey, thanks, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving, blah, blah, blah. Joe's welcome to do something. We're not going to be doing it live and together. We're taking the week off because lots of family stuff going on that week. And with it being virtual, I don't think, I think Coverthon has been moved, but I don't know. It doesn't matter. We want you to be a part of this. I do need to reach out to our friends like Bo York and Brian Ebbett, and I think that's all our friends. I don't think we have any other friends. But anyway, we need, you know what? We'll reach out to our peeps over on other shows and say, hey, would you leave us a voicemail for Thanksgiving? Promote your own show. Do that. Let's all come to the table and eat some. What's the turkey equivalent in Pokemon? Pidgeotto? Let's eat some Pidgeotto. So
I don't know, but Farfetch'd is said to be pretty delicious. So
I've got right after
more
this.
Of a duck.
I'll take it. Farfetch'd. Hey, you know what? You can do duck for Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving's an imaginary holiday anyway. So we can do that. But leave your voicemail, and I will. Right after this show, Joe, while we're wrapping things up, I'll get on and I'll put it out there to our people on social medias. We want to hear from you. It can be what you love about the game, what you hate about the game, what you love about this show. Wink, wink, nod, nod. That's what we'd love to hear. How much you miss Brian? How much you embrace the casual? Absolutely. So do all that. We'd love to hear from you. And that can, again, be found at PokemonGoPodcast.com. Reddit is r/Pokemon Go Podcast. Be like El Gringo Suave. Throw some cool stuff up in there. Make our day. It'll be awesome. Facebook is Pokemon Go Podcast. Twitter's at Pokemon Go Pod. And Thursday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern, twitch.tv/Pokemon Go Podcast is where we record this live in front of an internet audience, where this week Joe is the only one putting in title suggestions. But until we say it's time to vote, then Snake Doctor will sneak one in. He always does. So you can do that cool stuff. Joe, where can they find you on the web?
You can find me at Joseph_Ard on Twitter. Where can they find you?
You can find me, Rock God of Pod, on Twitter, Rock God of Podcasting across social media, or Charles McFall. And I just finished up season 1 of I almost Daily Discourse. That's not right. Of Finding the Stories. Lots of great stories there. Season 2 is already in the works and will be launched in the new year, probably, because things are gonna get crazy here. So, yep. Come check me out and tune in next week to hear Joe say.
The discussion for next week is, what is your fondest Pokemon memory?
Ooh, that's a good one. All right.